$20. Let me know if you guys can hear and see. Pew pew pew. I have no idea. I've never heard of blush oranges here, but we have Cara oranges. They're like kind of a pinkish color and they're less acidic. No, it's not Cara. Oh, Oops. It's like a blotchy blue. The flesh is literally like a calico cat. Oh! Ooh, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. That sounds interesting. Hey, Lana, hi! Hello, hello. It's juicy and sweet. Sounds yummy. How do you like to eat your oranges? Do you like peel them and then separate the quarters and eat them like that? I kind of prefer to cut it in slices and then in quarters and to eat it like that, like you bite off the rind. Does that make sense? I'm good cooking late dinner. I made wild garlic butter today. Ooh, sounds fancy. Watching everyone float away with the rain. What? Oh no. For oranges, I cut them up in a quarter. No, we eat oranges the same way. I hate peeling them. And then if you bite in a quarter like that's been peeled, I feel like the skin of the orange quarters like stays stuck in my throat, and I don't know. It's just kind of prefer really to chop them off, and it's easier and it's faster. So it is. They had fresh wild garlic in the farm shop. So I had to take some and make yummy stuff. That's a very good reason. It's super simple, but I like the taste. I mean, it doesn't have to be complex to be delicious. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I am back. Basically small chopped wild garlic, soft butter and some salt. It goes well on bread with potato and meat, or vegan steak. Vegan steak? How do you make vegan steak? It was a strange day today. Went to Diet Club. Whoa, what? Dang, that's a very good progress regarding the weight loss, but very concerning regarding his mom. His sister called 111 non-emergency to see about swapping out her pills, and they sent a freaking army of people. Okay. Be right back, just gonna go make tea. Good idea. 3-hour ordeal, but sorted in the end, and I got to medicate her little kitty. Oh no, even the kitty is not feeling well. Aww. We had been there for about 15 minutes before they turned up, so it was really unexpected. That's a lot of stuff for one day. Hey, Ellen! Hello, hello! Oh, happy birthday to your mom! I think I'm just gonna work on some color mixes from this palette because I'm not super familiar with it, and yeah. Can I reach my reference swatch card? This is a random assortment of Shinhan PWC professional watercolor paints. I have various colors. I have so yellow ochre, raw sienna, light red, permanent rose, Indian yellow, terre verte, phthalo green dark, peacock green, Prussian blue, indigo, verditer blue, Davies gray, Payne's gray, and neutral tint. So it's a really random assortment. Packed with tea. Decaf all gray. Ooh, good choice. Do you put anything in your tea, like sugar, milk, or just like black tea? No, just black. Ooh. So yeah, the terre verte. I think their secret is that they don't have any PG-23 in it, so that's why it's a bit more intense. It's quite blue leaning, but some terre verte lean that way too. So, and yeah, the Davies gray is really, really green. I don't know why they call it gray, because it's kind of not really gray, but there's a schmutz in my water. Piece of paper. I'm always curious to try having the magenta with one of the yellows, because sometimes you can get a nice red this way. With these two, it's more like a coral orange color, but still quite interesting. Guys, I finally finished all the projects I had started last year that were unfinished. Ooh! So part of sticky. Yeah, definitely. Good job. How does it feel to have like a completely empty project list? Well, I mean, empty. You probably put some new projects on there, but how does it feel to have nothing that's dragging behind? Double pat yourself on the back. Oh yeah. With both hands. Pat pat. I've already started a new project today. What is it? What is it? The new project is that rainbow blackwork stitching thing. Oh yeah, okay. Is that one on a black fabric? Is that why it's... But decided to go with white Ida cloth rather than black. Yeah. I got the black cloth and it was impossible to see what was there where. Yeah, and I feel like it's like I really like the design, but I feel like the black background is really harsh. So I'm excited to see it with a white background. I think it's going to be really pretty. So now I need to decide what to swap out the white thread. Either a gold thread or black thread. I mean, black seems kind of obvious. I feel like gold would, like if you're talking about like shiny metallic gold, I feel like it would be a bit overwhelming and kind of take away from all the rainbow work. I'm going to do one section with gold and one with black, and I'll send you a picture. Dude, that sounds like a lot of work just to see what it looks like. Or maybe I don't really understand how cross stitch works. I think I'm gonna need more swatchings. Hey Mikey, hello. How are you? Yeah, but I'd rather get it right rather than wonder what the other option would have looked like. I mean, sure, but yeah, like I've never done it, so I don't really know like what kind of is it like how close is it to let's say piecing together a whole quilt top and then seam ripping it apart, you know? Oh, nowhere near that much work. Okay. I tell you, I'm sure it does look lonely without an Alex. Aw. By the way, I like the pretty green and orange. Yeah, just trying to figure out what I can do with this palette because it's kind of a odd assortment in a way, like not too odd, but like I'm always curious to see if there are some unexpectedly good mixes in there that I might have not figured out. I tend to work really by instinct when it comes to colors. It's possibly one of the relatively few things I have a good natural eye for. But yeah, it's always fun to, you know, experiment and try different mixes. Also, I quite like these Shinhan colors because I like hand-picked them, and I tried to go for colors that were a bit more unusual than the standard offerings from, you know, watercolor brands. Maybe an evening to do a section that's including the other colors in the same section each section is made out of. Oh, hi! I have a cat visitor outside. It's just like the 6th time you're here today. Big boy. Yeah, it is like a color wheel. That's a very good point. It's sort of very on brand that it's a color wheel. Yeah, it's Chaz. Hello, Chaz. He can't hear me. He's just staring at me, like, really intently. Like, please, human, give me the treats. But I'm like, you've had treats like 4 times already today. So it's probably gonna proceed to paw the window. Yep, it's pawing the window. Like, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Like, I am, but you're already full of food. You're quite chunky, mister. Hi, Jazz. Jean says hi. And hi, Jinx. Hi, baby. Poor kitty. I always feel so sorry for her. She hates the car so much. And you can't really, like, talk to a cat to reassure it, really. Like, The cat does not understand what you're saying. So you might be like, oh, it's gonna be okay, kitty, it's just for a brief while, and they're just losing their shit anyway. Yeah, I know, Chaz, but you're full of food. Please, ma'am, I'm super cute. Yeah, I know, you're super cute. And she feels super sorry for us. Oh no, poor baby. Oh. How do they clean her up? Do they have like those wet wipes kind of? Because I mean, giving a bath to a cat is a entirely other challenge. Never a fun one. Meow. Why? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Meow meow. They don't have the wipes. We do. Aw. Seriously? Oh my god, Chaz. Because they never come with anything to clean her up with, even though she... Aw, seriously? When I got Oreo, he unfortunately smelled pretty bad because of the conditions of the house. I ended up getting waterless shampoo, a few uses, and some time in cleaner. Oh, really? Huh. Is it like the Batiste spray, like the stuff for human, or it's a specific product for animals? And they will grab just anything they want if we don't have cleaners. Oh, so like they will take out the pretty they will wipe off clean up a cat with like the dish towels. Ew. Specific for animals. Oh, that's cool. Good to know. I didn't know that was a thing. I have a cat with me. Cat. Qu'est-ce que tu veux, Squat? Où tu vas? Non, viens ici. Viens voir. Come on, gros ton. Salut, baby. Salut, mon tuna. Où tu vas? Viens ici. Viens dire bonjour aux amis. Non? Come on. Come on, princess. Approche. Away. Gotcha. Oui, je sais, miaou. Oh, miaou, je veux jamais. Miaou, je suis la pire. Miaou. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Non, faut pas boire l'autre peinture, c'est vraiment pas une bonne idée. Salut, gros ton. Nah, sorry, it's not Pico, it's the big fat tuna. Big fat tuna. She's doing okay. Bit of a hard time with our allergies, but who isn't having a hard time with allergies right now? Right? Ah, non, d'accord. Okay, bye. She's gonna go pester Chaz. What I got was a spray. Light spray, work it in the coat with hand, and it helped a lot. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, she's angry over there. She's... If you can hear some clunk sounds in the background, that's her whipping her tail and hitting the garbage bin. And it goes punk. El Nino years are always worse for allergies. I can't keep track of what's in El Nino year or not. I feel like it's always bad. Ah! Tu veux dehors, il y a un malcommode. C'est le foot. Le gros bipon. Scooty spaghetti. Bear's got a rattlesnake tail at the moment because he's ready for Din Din and I'm busy. Snack. Oh, Chaz is gone. Bye Chaz, tantôt. We've been in La Nina for a few years now and it switched back to El Nino this past winter, but that might change again. Oh, what does... I don't have any idea. I remember like there being a big kerfuffle about El Nino or something like a couple of decades back, but I don't know what they are. Yeah, how do you know what's the difference? I guess that's the question. Might have to refill some of these pans because look at the indigo, look how shrunk it is from drying. Like I hate having divots in my pans already. Okay, El Nino means that the Pacific Ocean is warmer than usual. La Nina is the opposite. The temperature can have a huge effect on North American weather patterns due to the jet stream winds. Usually it means warmer, wetter winters. Well, I mean, it would track for now. Because this winter's been weird. Yeah, not really surprising that things would get warmer in a way, but... Living in farm country tends to breed a weird obsession with the weather. Wasn't that a big part of the old farming almanacs? I don't know how you call them in English. I think it's the same word than it is in French. I think it was kind of like a big book of predictions for the whole year based on data from the previous years. Tulips before snowdrops. No one else seems freaked out by it, but it's bothering me. Yeah, why is no one else like... Do you think they're all like pretending that everything is fine? No, it's fine, it's okay, it's good, it's not an issue. No reason to panic. Indeed, the Farmer's Almanac is still published. You can still get them, really. The first one to record weather of farmers, actually. Yeah, well, makes sense, right? I'm pretty good at reading the sky to know if we're in for a tornado. What? Wow. Living in the body also tends toward obsession with the weather. You mean like how you can sort of feel the weather in your body, right? Your superpower? Now that you mention it, I didn't see snowdrops here either, but willows have their fluff now. A little tiny bit of spring is coming. It's missing this year. That's so weird. I remember in the fall, it got so warm before it finally shifted to winter that some plants started, sprouting again. I also have a quilt-related question for you. How many quilt rulers do you end up collecting at this point? I had one come through when I was still working at the bookstore. The tourists were freaking out. We just calmly ushered them to the basement to wait up. I stayed upstairs. I know I could. Oh, interesting. What was wrong going crazy? Our hydrangea looks amazing. That's so weird, box. Yep. You want me to go? Okay, no, that's fine. I was just wondering if this was a sort of normal thing to happen, that the pile of quilting ruler just grows and grows. And they're all useful. It's not like they're there and they're never used for anything, but I feel like the more you try to do some quilt, the more you realize that you kind of need this one and this one and then this one and then a bigger one and then a smaller one and then, Jump the counter to get downstairs if needed to usher more people to safety. Thankfully, all that was damaged was part of the local mall's roof. Wow. How long has there been tornadoes in Ontario? I feel like that's a sort of recent thing. I have to go check the laundry machine. I'll be right back. I'm sorry about that. I do not miss tornadoes. No, I have 8. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh no, very usual. All the moisture at the Great Lakes. Oh, okay. Have you started a collection? I have. Hold on, let me count those I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have like. I think I must have about 8 of them too. That's not including the templates for odd shapes. Gotta go, my family. Oh, have a fun visit, Mikey. Thank you so much for stopping by. Miss Tornado sounds like a pageant. Not the big ones out in the Great Plains or anything, but they happen often enough. Plenty of water spouts. Oh, I didn't know that. I miss rains. It's been very dry here and many trees have died off. During the windy, stormy winter, many have fallen over and now the damage is really visible. Yeah, and also an issue with having a drier season is that the trees are much less protected against parasites. Like if the trees are too dry, they don't produce enough sap, and the sap really helps them defend themselves against pests and parasites. Yeah, it's just a straight ruler count. Oh, okay, okay. Do you include the square rulers in that count? But yeah, I can definitely see that I'm not done adding to that collection. I need to get a big square 15.5 inches by 15.5 inches one. It's the next one that's on my to get list in the distant future when I can afford it. So yeah, that one. I have one that is 6.5 by 24, I think. Then I have a 12.5 by 12.5 one. Then a 6 by 13. I have 2 that are like this, just one longer, one shorter. And I have a bunch of smaller square ones too. But yeah, the 15.5 one is kind of one I need for a project that I've put on hold because I can't square off my blocks, and I struggle to go forward without squaring them off. And it's such a big shape that I haven't figured out the way to do it with the rulers that I have at the moment. Which project? It's have it here somewhere. Let me see if I can find the printed out. it's called Fat Quarter Mixer. It's a very simple project, but the rectangles end up being quite big, and I don't know how to square them. I might just wing it, but still it's bothering me. Was that visible? Did I did I show the... It's not the color I wanted, but I already did that one. Hey, Paulo! Can you not square it off using your cutting mat as the guide? Okay, this is stupid, but my current cutting mat is in centimeters for sewing. It's not this one. But I'll see. Perhaps I'll manage something. Yeah, I need to brain on it some more. Fellow watercolorist, I have a question. Can watercolors be used on shrink plastic? I was asked this week and said no, because water on plastic sounds irrational, but I never tried it and I'm unsure now. That was my favorite moment I wrote that. Like, almost all of my cutting mats are in inches mainly, except the one that I got for sewing. That is in centimeters for some odd reason. I would think that watercolors on shrink plastic is not a good idea. I don't know about watercolor pencils, possibly. Pastels and coloring pencil work on shrink plastic. Really? Huh. I would think that pastels being really oil-based would make a mess, but I guess not. A really fond childhood memory that I have is the time that when I was a kid, I must have been, what, 5 or 6? I think it was with a babysitter. I don't think it was with my parents, but I remember coloring in My Little Pony shrink plastic sheets. Like, you would color the ponies, they were already pre-printed on the plastic, and you color them in, and then you put them in the oven and they would shrink, and it would give you like these little My Little Pony charms and whatnot. Really fun memory of that. I'm a bit bummed that over the years I've lost all of them. I really wish I could like see them now, but yeah, they're gone. Oh, I smudged. When did I smudge that? I'm gonna have surprise paint somewhere. Such a weird idea to use. I don't know. I feel like sometimes some comments could definitely do with a bit more context or a bit more self-awareness. Not necessarily in a super negative way, but like some questions kind of either answer themselves or kind of becomes a bit pointless once you think on it. I had a super weird comment on a video lately. Like someone put in a timestamp and said something like, "Is that consensual?" And I was like, hold on. Then I clicked the timestamp and it's like nothing's happening, it's just me talking. And I'm like, what kind of weird bot is that? The only question might have been because there are many watercolor effects being created with different media. So yeah, but the way these effects are made, like, I don't know, I feel like it's it has to bake. That's the factor that bugs me, like adding heat. I guess it's not too warm, but still. Did they feel like your talking is not consensual? I have no idea what they feel like. I replied saying what, and they haven't replied, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I wonder if it's an sort of bot thing that just pops on videos and asks some questions to make you really uncomfortable. But it's always funny, you know, like with making videos about any kind of artistic endeavor, you have to go through the process of checking, like there's a a step in the process where it's sort of a checklist, like does it have any swear words, does it have any like current news elements, whatever, and does it have like sexual content and whatnot. And it's just so funny because with like paint stuff, it's like it's always nope, 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 nope. Like there's really nothing that is not perhaps that's the blessing of it, but everything about rambling on about paints seems to be okay by YouTube standards. So I'm always like, this is the one step that I'm like, oh, this is a relief, you know. Everything else might be very bad with this platform, but at least I can stand assured that as long as I don't swear in a video, everything is fine according to them. When I applied for my adult learning class this week, my friend said sign up was easy, and by page 6 of the application I was frazzled. Oh no! Wait, what kind of application is that? Are those watercolors? That seemed like... That's the whole point, Paolo. It's hand-picked colors that I chose from the Shinhan Professional Watercolor range. So yeah, it's a bit of a nod selection, but that's sort of the point. And now I'm working some mixes with these so that I can see what's what I can do, what I can't do. Cute, ta fille. I broke the system applying for a single class and got the full I'm 18 going to college experience, and then it said thank you for applying to the but I asked about my grades and the hobbies and I was like y'all are all up in my business. Yeah, it's like, well, wait, whoa, slow down. I have to do taxes and I hate doing taxes. Well, so regarding taxes, what I've heard is that not every tax system is as crummy as the one here in Canada. And for our sanity, we opted to go with an accountant, and I can only recommend it. The only sort of reference I have to kind of demonstrate how it feels to try to do one's taxes here is also a sort of a French reference, so it's not exactly it wouldn't help, I think, in this case. But yeah, it's utter nonsense, and it's extra like convoluted and weirdly phrased and unhelpful, and like we would try to do it with the the softwares like TurboTax and whatever, and they would always do the most inane stuff. Like you go through the form and at the end they have a sort of a step that basically double checks everything you've entered to see if you've missed anything or whatever. And they would always have this moment where they would say, "Oh, you didn't fill out this part," and you're like, okay, I didn't know I qualified for this part." So you fill it, and then when you press send, they tell you, "Hey, you don't qualify for this part," and you're like, "You told me you know, that kind of whiplash." And yeah, so we pay an accountant, and it's not even expensive, and it's so worth it. Our sanity is much better for it. That sounds like the best choice. Over here at taxes are like 95% filled. Yeah, that sounds lovely. That's not the case here. I cannot begin to tell you how grateful I am that it's pretty much done for you in the UK under most circumstances. Oh man. I can't even fathom it. I guess being an accountant is maybe less of a good career choice in certain countries, but I actually learned that the partner of a uni friend is learning to be an accountant, and I hope it'll help me. Yeah, I hope so too. A friend of mine does my taxes, and she's gotten me more back than any accountant I've ever gone to. Help me get the disability. Oh, that's great. But yeah, that's someone who like knows this stuff, right? I think we lucked out. I think the accounting firm we go to is, you know, nice. They're not like lousy, and seems kind of fair. Like I feel like it all works out good. But yeah, the paper form is a full-on nightmare. At least you don't have to pay for it. Can you imagine having to pay for the paper form that's basically gonna eat away your soul for a couple of hours? Ugh. However, hubby has been screwed over 3 times on something the company forgot to do, and takes. Oh no! That sounds pretty amazing, Paulo. Damn. Here, like, if you are employed, or I don't know, that's I can talk about being employed and unemployed. That's basically the 2 facets of it that I've experienced. If you are employed, your job sends you a couple of forms that you can then use to fill out your taxes. If you are unemployed, you don't really get any forms per se. If you are on unemployment, like you get money for unemployment, then you get a different type of forms sent to you that you can then use to fill out your taxes. But yeah, it's not automated. You get the forms and then you have to figure it out yourself. Oh really, Ellen? I wonder if they still have them in the post offices. It used to be you could get them at the post office, and also in any kind of bank. They would have like boxes with the forms for taxes. I haven't filled a paper form in like 15 years or more. Oh, I'm sure you don't miss it. It's been a really long time, but I was in Canada visiting a friend, and we went to the mall, and he was like, I need to renew my license. We walked up to a fancy ATM looking thing, and it was the hubby was furious that we had to go to DVLA with me. Tried to warn him, but there's nothing you can do to prepare someone. Well, I mean, I don't think we have that here, as far as I know. Not in Ontario, at least. They quit the post office distribution a couple of years back. Yeah, post office, I'm not sure. But I think I've seen it in the bank a couple of years ago. Maybe not anymore, even at the banks, but... yeah, I mean, it's good. Let's save a couple of trees and not have this horrible newsprint form to fill out. We can pay almost everything at an ATM, and we were the first country in the world to do it. That sounds so cool. I hope there's not too many fees on ATMs, but still, I mean, it sounds amazing. Let's try to get some muted reds. Yeah, that's not... yeah, that didn't pan out. Let's try again. Hey, Taram! Hi! New location to flee to Portugal. People kept leaving and giving their numbers to people who came in after. And he struggled to not flip out, but, you know, guns, yeah. Yep. We only pay an annual fee for the card. The operations are all free. Wow! Whoa! We have Service Ontario offices for driver's license and health card renewals, but even car plate registration is online now, and I assume more things will follow. Yeah, and I guess it as the older and less computer savvy generations phase out too, we're gonna see less and less in-person paper things. Also, my family might hate me because I used a lot of gochujang for the dinner. Oops. What are you making? British people have this magic ability to look at the number plate on a car and can tell you when it was made, where it was made. Oh, really? What? I liked it, but the family was on fire. Oh no! Okay, so I didn't quite made my... Oh, I need to try mixing these two. Yeah, that's quite red. It's a decent red, isn't it? I feel like it's quite nice. Quite nice. I wonder what it looks like with a bit of the Davies green in it. When it was made, yes. How do you work out the where though? There is a system to number plates that tells you info, and I just see random numbers. Like, you got a 2023 January model, and it always feels like a wind-up. Do you in the places where you guys live, is there a visual way to see from a license plate if a car is electric or not? My car is LC and it means it's from Wimbledon. Okay. In Ontario, the plates they issue have the lettering number in green. Normally it's blue. Yeah, same here. Same for Quebec, actually. Most of the electric cars here are white Teslas, and I look at them with fear. Understandable. Oh, as long as it's not a Cybertruck, you know. Oh, man. You never know if the driver is paying attention to the actual driving. The tablet that controls everything or letting the car do its own thing. And yeah, they have a couple of issues. Hubby is not happy with an update. That means he has to have 2 hands on the wheel, and I love it. Do you guys have a Tesla? Tesla's self-driving feature, when activated, can have issues and seemingly wants to run people and objects over. Also, they're quiet, so you can't hear them coming as well. Who saw that and thought that this was like a great idea? It's so nightmarish. He was far too comfy letting the car do the driving. Oh no. No, 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 no. Well, it seems like I haven't really figured out my muted deep red situation, but we found a few nice colors in there, I guess. Consolation prize. I don't have a neutral yellow and a cyan in this set, otherwise I could mix it with the magenta, neutral yellow and cyan, no problem, but as I don't have these options available to me, I'm trying to figure it out using what's on hand, and yeah, it's not always a success. We do. Got it 2 months before lockdown, so it has hardly any months. Maybe all the self-driving cars are really Transformers. Hey, Mr. Ambiguous, hi! Yeah, would they be Autobots or Decepticons? That's the big question. I don't like any of the automated stuff. Just beep if I'm drifting lane or backing up. Yeah. What are my favorite? The mixes, you mean? I really like all the more muted colors. I like all the colors, but when it comes to painting stuff, I feel like the more muted stuff looks a bit more natural. I'm quite like this neutral color from the indigo and the light red. I think that's quite a nice, rich, like kind of warm black. Considering how much the self-driving feature still wants to hit people, animals, and objects, Decepticons without a doubt. It's just so weird to see footage of people letting the car drive, because the car will be doing okay, and then suddenly it will turn and you're like, nothing prompted that. And they turn like towards another car or towards a person and you're like, time out, chill. So yeah, I like this one. I like, you know, the muted browns and the greens, and this purple is nice. So there's a few things that are somewhat missing to make this like a versatile palette. That was not the intention anyway, but I feel like the one thing that would possibly really bother me is not having a way to make dark muted reds easily, because that's a color I use often. Like a, you know, like a perline maroon kind of color. I might be able to figure it out with something in this mix and something in this one, but obviously I haven't found it yet. I feel like their permanent rose is really quite nice. It's a PV19 and I feel like it's a nice kind of pink balance color, because PV19 can go from really pink to really purple, and I feel like this one is a good magenta color, the way I like it. Do you guys have favorite mixes? It's almost like phthalates aren't found in the natural mines of tallow. Almost. Almost. You know, that phthalo green mine. I couldn't hear that. Oh my gosh, Ellen. At least you were able to turn the feature off, right? Lost my grams in the PG7 mines. Mine got the PB15 lung. when you sneeze and when you blow your nose, everything comes out blue. I like the muted green 6th in the 3rd row. Yep. It's quite nice. Quite nice. And it's made from a blue and a, I think that was raw sienna. It's so intense. Like their raw sienna is made from PR101, which I think is weird, but yeah. My 5 neutral mix is PO48 and PB60. Oh. Bummer about PO48 though. I hope you've made good stock of it. Alright, well I think I'm gonna end stream here for today. I know it's a bit of a shorter one, but yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for being here today, for stopping by. I know this was not the most mind-blowingly entertaining stream, but it's mostly for hanging around and chatting and, you know, having a bit of a fun talk over the weekend. Oh yes, I have hoarded PO48. That's good. Good job. And yeah, have a great week, everyone. I know it can be difficult, but yeah, I'll be on the Discord. You guys will possibly be on the Discord too. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great week, possibly a stream next weekend, same time, same place. And yeah, that's it. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.